foot up on the gas, but somebody gotta do it. Turn this TV off, turn this TV off.
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Straight to the air they go. Looking deep to open the game. That's complete inside the 35-yard line. All the way, that's an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons take a 6-0 lead on their open. Falcons and their quarterback ready to take over once again. And they take the field exactly where they want it to be, Brock. Up a touchdown early and with the home crowd a little quieter than normal.
I'm not going to lie to you, Kate. I think most quarterbacks, competitors love playing on the road when they do just this. Just quiet them. Like, turn them against their own team. Real quiet after that opening touchdown. You score another one, you start to murmur and might even hear a few bluebirds. Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
Cut down the field. It's Pitts. And some excellent work on this play. It takes him a while to get to him downfield. Down inside the 40 now with a first down following that last play. Here's a throw. Dumps it off to his running back. Escapes a defender. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. They'll get 18 yards there. And it's good for an Atlanta first down. From the red zone now. Escapes the pocket. He's running with it. And they're going to have first and goal after he picked up a nice chunk there. Throwing with a blitz on the way. And he's into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons take a 13-0 lead. The Falcons are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And while one sideline has 0 points, this offense, well, they have had 0 issues so far getting into that end zone.
They are rolling right now, Kate, and unless there's a speed bump on the immediate horizon, things are at risk of getting out of hand.
And that's good for a gain of 5. Brought down by Deron Bland.
A gain of 5 brings up
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
the 9-yard line.
Fights off the pressure. He just kept going the wrong way, and that's going to cost him. That is a safety. The Falcons headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And their last drive reached the wrong end zone and equaled 2 points. So trying for the other end zone and 6 on this possession. To the air now on 1st and 10. Chased out to his right. On the run right, throwing deep down. Touchdown Atlanta! The Falcons keep their drive alive and reach Pater 1 play later. Drake London with the touchdown. Falcons ready for their next series. Led out on offense by their quarterback. They're getting close to a minute to play, Brock, and they're going to need that time with a long field ahead. Throwing from the gun. Buying some time right. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass. So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Throwing from the gun here. Man downfield, and he finds London. Touchdown, Atlanta! The Falcons boat racing them to the halftime locker room. Drake London with the... So the Falcons will fly home with a win on the road. And for what...
Here's second down and 7. They'll look to throw. He's going to air one out right away. That's hard. And he will go all the way. Kyle Pitts, touchdown Falcons. Comes the Atlanta offense now. They get set to take over once more. So, Greg, let's pull back big picture and talk NFC Southern Second Division that you know so well. We've got teams that have been to the Super Bowl in the last 15 or so years out of this division. Yet people overlook it at times, and maybe they've overlooked how good Tampa's been the last 4 years, too.
Well, funny, Mikey, do you think it wasn't very long ago that the NFC South was the toughest division in football? You mentioned Super Bowl teams. Tampa Bay would won one recently with Brady, and then Atlanta, they make the Super Bowl with Matt Ryan, and New Orleans, and obviously the success they had with Drew Brees. In Carolina, we played in the Super Bowl. And this was a division you didn't
really elevates what you see when you watch the NFC South go head-to-head, too.
Yeah, and over the years, there's been some major games played between Hall of Fame quarterbacks.
And he will get into the end zone. Ray McCloud. Touchdown, Atlanta. Falcons offense starting to trot out for this next possession. Well, Greg, as the season starts, really the season never ends. Think back to the schedule release, the draft has become this multi-day huge event. Green Bay crushed it with all the folks around the stadium in Lambeau. And look at him go! And he will take this one in. 80 yards. Touchdown, Atlanta. Offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. Spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, that's made by Mooney. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. On play action, he'll set up to throw. That's caught right side. It's London. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. And with just 4 seconds left in the first half. The Falcons offense looking to get back to work as we begin the third quarter. Greg, as we get the season going, obviously the adjustment to last year's new kickoff rules in place. We talked to a lot of coaches during the year. Folks didn't seem too bothered about letting the other team have the ball at the 30-yard line after a touchback. But the 35-yard line, I don't know, does that feel any different to you?
You know, it does, and I think the part that people don't talk about is
and what an effort after the catch. He goes all the way. 70 yards. Falcons offense headed back, take over once more. Well, Greg, it will be a very busy stretch for the passports. A lot of international games to look forward to. 7-0 outside the U.S. Chiefs and Chargers last week in Sao Paulo. Great ones to follow. Vikings and Steelers in Dublin. Vikings in London playing the Browns the very next week. Ray McCloud. Touchdown Falcons. He's doubled his touchdown output for the season. Falcons offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now they'll try to keep it going. He's going to take a shot here for Mooney. He's got it! And he's going to take this one all the way. 90 yards. Touchdown Atlanta. Comes the Atlanta offense now. They get set to take over once more. And they have definitely righted some wrongs after the loss of the opener. They have the lead here, and they start this possession 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to look downfield once again. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down. Now, faking the give, headed left, buying time, taking off, they'll walk him down, up at the 44-yard line. Good decision to take off. He gets 15 yards and a first down. Here's 1st and 10. Off play action, he'll set up to throw. He's going to take a shot here for Mooney. That is off. And he's in. Darnell Mooney. Touchdown Atlanta. Falcons offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. And he is out of bounds at the 45.
24-yard gain play.
To the air now on 1st and 10. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Defender right there with him. It brings up second down. He'll drop the throw. Open man down the field. It's McLeod. And he's got another one. Ray McLeod. Touchdown Falcons. The Falcons offense ready to see what they can do. They'll start with the football already in the red zone. Big opportunity here on 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. He pulls it in around the 5. And the Falcons are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. Tackles made here at the 3-yard line. Now they'll set up to throw. He'll be forced outright. A second effort, and he is in. Touchdown Atlanta. And this has to feel... So, it's a win for the visiting Falcons. And it was their defense that led the way as they pitched a shutout in the second half. No points allowed, and they cruised to victory.
those second reads, but what they failed to do is account for him as a runner. He ends up making something positive out of a play that initially didn't look like it had much of a chance.
That one taken in by London. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line. A gain there of 11. First down, Atlanta. Back to throw. He'll look London's way again. It's complete again. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. A first-round pick looking right at home in this offense. It's a first down.
This is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
A couple big plays, one after the other, and now it's first and goal. In the end zone. Ray McCloud. Touchdown, Falcons. Here are the Falcons. Down by 7. A little under 2.5 to go. Their 4-game win streak in great danger of ending as they come up for first and 10. Throwing here to start the drive. Flush to his right. He fires downfield for Pitts.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Big gain on the ground here as he takes this up past the 40-yard line. A gain there of 23 yards. It's good for a Falcon first down. They'll drop to throw. Fourth out to his right. They fire downfield for Pitts. And he will score. Kyle Pitts. Touchdown Atlanta.
All right, so Mike, now the interesting thing is, do you want to take the lead with still enough time for your opponent to get the ball back?
Falcons offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. He's going to try it here again. That is brought in. A great connection there. They're going to bring it down inside the 35-yard line. They'll look to throw here on first down. He'll take a shot here back to the end zone. And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied. And they
all of you joining us for this one. This one is just about to be decided. We'll get back to this one-possession game inside the 2-minute warning. Throwing now, following the turnover. Cut down the field, it's Pitts. And they can't jump to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. To pass. He fires one deep down the middle. He's got it inside the 10. And it'll be first and goal. Stop is made at the 5-yard line. Now Carolina's going to take a timeout. That's its second. He has to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. And they will score. It's an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons jump in front late.
Like I can, baby. Teach you something new, new correction. That's the plan, baby. Don't put your life in the gear. It's not enough. You solid, but it's not enough. But it's not enough. Say you bigger than myself, but it's not enough. Somebody gotta do it. I can't keep Take a risk and take a trip. I'm tripping for my dog. A couple sergeants and routines for the do that. This revolution been televised. I feel through with the knickknacks. Hey, young, so chill ya. Yeah, I get that. Hey, blacked out. They act out. Yeah, I get that. And they sent out. I had a few that's going on. And they both. I hate it. And they both broke. Coming for no chili. What you come for? Feel like you ain't talking because I'm really just a kid. Cut my brain off. You can't see it. Can't see it. Big mouth, but he neck, big idea. Send him to the moon. That is how I feel. Yeah, that not enough. Full of deceit, let these cowards tell it. Walking New Orleans with the etiquette of LA yelling. Let them bad, but somebody gotta do it. Got my foot up on the gas, but somebody gotta do it. Turn the TV off, 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 turn the TV off. Hey, scared, hey, scared, hey, scared.
offense out there for their next drive. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And they can't bring him down. And some room to run now. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. That's out wide here for Robinson. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. That's caught left side to tight end Pitts. Touchdown, Falcons. Kyle Pitts with touchdown. Out is their quarterback with this offense to take over once more. He was able to connect with Kyle Pitts on the previous drive for the touchdown. Now they start here, 1st down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He's got this to Algier. Now inside the 25. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Tyler Algier, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front... Their quarterback leading this offense back out. He's thrown a couple of touchdown passes already in his first quarter, and now looking for more as his guys begin 1st and 10. To throw now in his own end zone. Flushed out right. Now he's into the clear again. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him the 1st down.
We both know there's a lot that went into why they made their 1st-round pick this year. Part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
2nd quarter now, Falcon football. As they got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up. On play action, they'll throw. Short throw, caught by Pitts. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it, and they do so and pick up a 1st down.
They go play action here on 1st down. Right back to Pitts again. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. He has really thrown the ball well here this 1st half. You see the numbers, up over 200 passing yards already. 2nd and a couple. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Notched his 15th touchdown pass of the year on that last drive. And they'll look to keep it going here, 1st and 10. Fake here on 1st down. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there. That one winds up incomplete. 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. Able to break the tackle and get some breathing room before being brought down just outside the 5. Now 3rd down and 7. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. It's complete. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Throw time 18 more and a first down. They'll set up a throw. Over the middle, there's a diving catch. They'll get it down, but not before it gets very good yardage here. As that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw here. Throw inside, complete to the play. Touchdown, Falcons. Ray McCloud with touchdown number 20. Quarterback in this offense heading back out to the field. He's been unstoppable in this first half. 4 touchdown passes on the ledger already. Closing in on the all-time record in the first half, by the way, which is 6 touchdown passes as this drive starts 1st and 10. Looking deep here from Mooney. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point. His first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is...
Falcons offense ready to get going to begin this third quarter. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they get the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
On the ball, Robinson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 and the 44. Back to throw down, 1st down. Looking deep here for Mooney. And he's got it inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Darnell Mooney, 56 yards. And the Falcons come right out of the... Falcons offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Flush to his right. There he goes again. He's on his way. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. It's their quarterback. An 80. He's had such a sensational game throwing the football, all those touchdown passes, and then last drive, finish it off with a touchdown run. We'll see what he can do here. 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. This pass is caught by London. And he's taken down and able to slip across the 35. 4th quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Prime Time. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Tampa. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Throws right back to London, complete again. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. The numbers there the story. That last completion going to move him up over 400 yards passing now for the game. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They're going to look to throw. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. At this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. Now, he wasn't really big on that. He was big on going ahead and scoring. He's got it reincarnated right here. We're watching it in front of us.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. John L. Mooney with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Falcons look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. Atlanta prepped and ready for its next possession. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I
We
enjoy.
share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones. And it's going to be hard to pass. Who's going to win?
Yeah, it really is.
It's going to be a run. It's going to be a run. Can the defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we're going to discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you can hope for on both sides of the football.
I have to put it number 1 for what we've seen this season.
And getting this just shy of midfield and spotted at the 49. Now back to throw. Looking deep here for Mooney. And incomplete on a deep ball.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
They'll try again with the arm here on second down. That's going to be caught downfield by Mooney. Touchdown, Falcons. John L. Mooney, 51 yards. And here now come the Falcons. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people were, they get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Charles, and it has played out exactly as they had hoped, if not even better. They've got the huge lead here, and now the football for the final moments of the fourth.
Yeah, and it was apparent that they were the better team, right? We figured that out pretty early. but give them a lot of credit for staying with it. They didn't stumble around out there. They didn't create a lot of errors for themselves because they were the superior team. They took care of business and closed them out pretty quickly.
Steps away to his left. Pushing his way through. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Falcons are on the board first here this afternoon. He continues to show at this level that he can not only pass for touchdowns, he can run for touchdowns.
Not the first time we've seen this, because this young guy, he really makes it happen. So what that tells me...
Visitors offense and their quarterback coming out for their second drive. And this defense has got to be searching for answers right now. It's been his ability to make plays on the ground here in this first half that's really giving him fits. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Looking deep here for Mooney. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Darnell Mooney with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown. The touchdown pass on that last drive, his 20th on the year. And he'll start again here, first down. They'll try and start this drive in the air. As he throws there, incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw. He's got his man running right side. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Drake London. Out is their quarterback with his offense to take over once more. He's thrown for 2 touchdowns and run for another already in this first half as his guys begin 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. Flushed out right. This one into the hands of Pitts. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Wide open receiver complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They'll drop the throw. This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. 8 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Falcons. Visitors offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he's had things all his way in this first half. The numbers sensational as he'll look to add to them with another drive here. Back to throw. Pressure comes and the Cardinals bring him down. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Big strides looking to go. Touchdown, Falcons. Kyle Pitts in the final seconds of the first half. So we get set to start this 3rd quarter. Here's the Falcons offense now. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go and do
That's caught inside the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Drake London with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the... Falcons offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long. He'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. And it's brought in downfield by London. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Drake London, 65 yards. Falcons ready to take over. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. This is caught at the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Jarnell Mooney. So now out comes this offense led by their quarterback as they take over once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time. Escaping the pressure right. Through the middle of the field. Inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great play there. 61 yards. And the Falcons are closing in on win number 10 as they extend this 4th quarter lead. This offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end, trying to come up with ways to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go, and he's turned a number of those opportunities into big plays. This ball down the field for Pitts. Now he's loose down the middle of the field, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. The Falcons, as their offense heads back onto the field. Well, they don't need to score here, that's for sure. They could just kneel it. They've got the huge lead, late fourth quarter, but we'll see how they're feeling, Charles.
Yeah, we all know people out there who like to use every second of the clock, no matter what the score. And we know they don't need the points. They've scored the pundits already.